everyone, my name is Julia Binti May. My ID is 7601081250940001 and I am a student from Bachelor of Early Childhood Education. In this video, we will learn about the importance of behavior management among preschool students. Before one can understand the meaning of theories of behavior management, it is necessary to understand the meaning of behavior. What is behavior? Various definitions of behavior have been put forward by various scholars. Basically, according to Behaviour and Risley 1968, behavior is what a person said or what they do. Behavior also refers to all human action that can be observed, measured, and evaluated. However, people have their own view on behaviors. In general, there are various words used to describe behavior such as activity, action, response, and reaction. According to Miltenberger, 2001, there are several characteristics of behavior such as what a person says has one or more measurable dimension. It can be observed and described. Behavior can also affect the environment and also can influence by events in the environment. However, according to Behaviour and Risley 1968, overall there are two different types of behavior. Number one is overt behavior. It's behavior that can be observed and recorded by a person. Number two is a covert behavior. It's a personal event and cannot be observed by others. What is behavior management? Behavior management is scientifically shaped behavioral program that is analyzed to produce positive social behavior change for an individual. Behavior management is an active intervention approach in which the complemented need to do several important things before and during the behavior management process is complemented. Have you heard about operant conditioning theory? What is operant conditioning theory? Operant conditioning theory was introduced and used by Skinner and Edward Thorndike. Skinner has conducted various studies and his first book is The Behavior of Organisms was written in 1938, which described the main principle of operant conditioning. Operant conditioning is when an organism produces a response because the organism is operating on its environment. For example, a dog will stretch its front leg if it knows that the behavior will be followed by food reward. The same goes for a boy who makes his bed if he knows he's going to be spent on ice cream. Edward produced the principle of the law of effect. It means that behavior is shaped by consequences of or effect of a reinforcement. Edward considered the principle of the law of effect as the main principle of teaching and learning. The reinforcement trope table introduced by Skinner as a result of the study conducted suggests two methods of reinforcement known as continuous reinforcement and variable reinforcement. Continuous reinforcement is a situation where whenever a reaction is produced, the organism will receive a reward or reinforcement. Meanwhile, variable reinforcement is a reward. Any stimulus that can increase the likelihood of a behavior recurring is considered a positive reinforcement. That is when a reinforcement can be an object social, such as a praise or token as a test score. For example, a child who helped clean his class will be given a gift and he will repeat the behavior in hopes of getting more gift. Any stimulus that hurts or that creates an uncomfortable situation can increase the likelihood that behavior will occur is called negative reinforcement. Example of children who will correct mistake in their assignment as a result of being scolded by a teacher. Whereas any stimulus that causes the probability of a reaction or behavior to be reduced or immediately eliminated is known as punishment. For example, a child who does not help his mother is not given the opportunity to play football when it stops the child fun. Based on operant conditioning, Skinner developed a formation technique to train animals to master complete behavior that are also relevant to human behavior, especially children. Formative procedure can be used to control a child's behavior. An example is when a child learns in the classroom, the teacher reaction will be able to influence how the child acts. The teacher nod his head and give their intention, causing the child to become inclined to perform his task. How to produce operant conditioning responses among students in the class? What do you think? Actually, there are three that teacher need to complement, such as increasing the motivation of their students, reducing the chances of irrelevant responses by students, and using successive approximation in behavior modification exercises in students. In the classroom, positive reinforcement is one form of motivation in teaching and learning activity. Examples of positive reinforcement that can be given in the classrooms are like giving words of praises after students have done a task or answering a question, giving a smile, and many more. Positive reinforcement given by teacher can motivate students to produce high quality work. Teacher must also be sincere when giving reinforcement or praises. They must also use variety of teaching methods and technique appropriate to the students and the circumstances of the ongoing learning session. Teacher can tell stories, sing, show video, act, play, and so many more as necessary to ensure that object environmental conditions that can interfere with learning as or are reduced or better eliminated. These all require a careful teaching and learning planning. It needs to be done in stages until the goal of behavior management is achieved. Children's reactions are differently. Therefore, a teacher must understand every situation and circumstance that occur in order to control and handle children in the classroom very well. That's all for me. Thank you for watching my video. See you next time.